One moment.
ሰላም ካይወፅ ኣና ምሳሕና ሃይበልዓና ዝብሃል ካይወፅ ኣና ኣሕዋት yes ዓንተቦ ቪድዮ ጌርና ነርና ኣሜሪካ did it ማለት ብዘለና ሓበሬታ ኣሜሪካ ሰለስተ ኒውክለር ፋሲሊቲ ሃሪማ ከም ዘላ ጽቡቕ ሳክሰስ ከም ዝገበረት እያ ትነግር ዘለና ያ ንርአዮ ሓቢርና እንታይ እዩ ኣበይ እዩ ከመይ እዩ ንዝብል ናብቲ ናይ ትሩዝ ሶሻል ናይ ትራምፕ ኢና ክንከይድ ትራምፕ እንታይ ገይሩ ፖስት ገይሩ ዘሎ ንስማዓዮ ካብኡ ስፍሕ ዝበለ ክህልወና እዩ ያ ቅድም ኣቢልና ኢና ንዛረብ ፀኒሕና ትራምፕ here we go Trump ቅድሚ 18 ደቂቕ we have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, like Isfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspaces. Okay, kullum plane come outside of airspace na Iran comes along. So a full, like a full of payload bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo. Abtaqan din vlas anahna Fordo Ali bkhamzalla isgalzal. All planes are safe with like all planes are safe on their way home. Congrats to our great American wars. Okay, there is no another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for a peace. Thank you for our attention to this matter. All right. So America did it. As it did it, can we call it let's see, find out, figure out نقبرنا هاي بزح سايت بزح سورس كيدنا as of Trump tweet جر وازلو أمريكا نسلسنا nuclear place كم دهرمت إذ نقرنا زلو إذا خنبل كل ناقن maybe tweet na to do like sorry X na to do tweet na to hack كوينو خوني خال نابكال سورس نهري. All right, let's start. Yes, attacks بحسب Iran. All right, yeah, NBC تيمون hello. And then Axios amtiyamalo, Wall Street amtiyamalo, and Washington Post amtiyamalo. Let's see. Okay, so that is according to social Trump malatim. Okay, all right, here we go. Trump, that's all you need. All right, okay, here we go. Then NBC halle, and then Axios halle, Wall Street Journal halle, and then the Washington Post 5 minutes. Okay, انتهى يمثل نزل لنا وخن أعطينا. Okay, updates. USA attack Iran. President Donald Trump posted on True Social on Saturday that USA completed the successful attack. Mality B2 bombs تتقيم محوات B2 تزرع أنا headed to the gym كم تتقوموا is قلت سلو. Kal what we have let's go back the X بتخكل this any site any source. Okay. All right, upon source intel, Fordo is gone. Trump, Fordo is gone. Fordo is gone. Fordo is gone. All right, this is it's scary. It's تفر بتعمي أشجارك نبرت. ناي ناي 9 meters deep زنبرة. Fordo is gone. Fordo is gone. It's gone. I don't know. Okay, go ahead, Kudus. What is this? Give me that. Is it true? I need it, guys. I need it. Okay. أتكي أتراي يكونس دمسيسا نجزا أتمنى زياد بهالدلو. Okay. So this is do I have to say كالو انتاي صعبان كمس يخل نخرينا حنساب نرأي أحوات. So USA official has confirmed writers that B-2A, not B-2B مالك B-2A Spirit long range steel bomber participated tonight strikes by USA against nuclear facility in Iran. Okay, let's get some videos about Fox News. Okay, is there any? All right, here you go, Trump. Trump is winner now. He's so gonna be. My goodness. Okay. I don't know. All right. So أنت بتويت قبراي we completed Celeste. أب Celeste about that. Natanz كنت زبلنا. Fordo Natanz and Isfahan. زين سلسين ناي نيكلر سايد مالتي بي داش 12 كم تتقم عنتبو اب ناشونال سيكريتي لايك ناب اخيباي اتخم زلو انتاي وسانه يوسن إلنا تزاريبنا نيرنا فيديو سريحنا نيرنا. Here we go. This is the what it is. This is the what it is. This is the what it is. Okay, let me go back again. Sorry guys. I know. بزح سرس كر لأن قرب شجر سلازلو أي خلا أيقونه. Any news? Any CNN? What it says? Let's go. What it says this guy.
First, we offer overnight boarding. Your pet will stay overnight in your sitter's home and not only be treated like part of the family, but
I'm still processing it. I'm going to disappear for 1 minute and come right back.
CNN News Live. CNN ground is has project like 1 day. Where it goes? CNN.
To understand the world, you need the truth.
There you go. Order is gone. No more problem. Order is gone. No more
I'm
problem.
going to be kind of curious to hear what exactly was done at the other two nuclear sites.
CNN.
They, you know,
Oh no, not CNN. Live.
by all everything we know, they had something, some capabilities, some facilities that were underground. I don't know if it would require a GBU 57 to take those out, but certainly that would do quite a job. By the way, those things are not. You know, these are very smart bombs. They don't all have to go down to 200 feet to penetrate. If there's a bunker, it's 100 feet.
Na Iran harima ab selesana nuclear site na Iran eta mostly eta fordo ta qandi shigir neberat nissa fordo is going blana lo Trump na khamza ana wa galslo
You know, social media posts that
tintane
basically will maybe illuminate us as to the impact on the other two sites. And if those three sites are eliminated, then Iran no longer has the capability of creating a nuclear weapon, at least as far as I know.
There you go.
Of course, the fear was that they had secretly developed a nuclear weapon. There's no proof of that, but I will tell you that this week there was a 5.1 earthquake
crypto is
in
not
the Tehran, near the Tehran area.
1.12.
Now it was 10 kilometers deep. Nobody has anything 10 kilometers deep, but the fact there was an earthquake and it was in the Fordo area or whatever had people speculating, oh my gosh, this is Iran doing an underground nuclear test, blah, blah, blah. There really wasn't anything to support that on the fact that there was an earthquake in that area, coincidentally. But it does tell you how people are kind of, leaning forward and on their, basically concerned about what Iran has or doesn't have. At this point, I can tell you this, based on that Iran does not have a capability to use any of those cylinders with their 60% enriched uranium for anything. One thing will be interesting is to find out how much residual radiation is in that area. Now, those things are really deep, and everything I've seen.
Another one. Let's go. Let me stop that. All right, go to social. All right. So comes to Anayo, Nahalakum Fordo is gone. Okay. The Fordo is gone. That's Trump. Okay. Trump, Iran needs to agree to end the conflict. Okay. Saying Trump to address the nation at 10 p.m. on Iran military operation. Okay. 10 p.m. address Gabri. Another almost 45 دحري 4 دقائق مالي تحوات دحر 4 دقائق no ساعة شوعتي another like ساعتين قلن كهلونا مالتي address Gabri. Okay, the White House alerts television network that the president was expected to address the nation later, like ساعة 10 p.m. Eastern time كونالو. As of now ساعة 6:20 الله بأنا بغلت ساعتنا نفعل technically شو ممكن 20 so دحر ساعتين قلن مالتي دحر ساعتين 4 دقائق. Okay. Saad 10 breaking Trump complete successful attacks on 3 nuclear sites in Iran. Trump all aircraft safe on their route to the home. كلن ስራሕን ፈጺመን ንገዛእኒ ምላስ ኣለዋ Trump comments on assaults on through social media Trump sides involved Fordo Natas and Isfahan Celestia 9 nuclear site ከም ዝሃረመን ይገልጽ ኣሎ Trump complete success attacks on 3 nuclear sites ማለት okay not that is it now no time will tell ናይ አንተ ቦን ገልጻ ነበርና ኢና እዚ ኣሕዋት let's pass this all right how looks we need a picture how it looks like okay Trump we have completed our very successful attacks on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran including Fordo Natanz all planes are now outside of air yeah kullam plane capti outside of night Iran space ka was income zalwa and then fully temelisen kam zalwa is gal zalwa okay we need pictures how the damage all right okay how about Bloomberg the same Trump Iran must now agree okay yeah Trump Iran must be agree blalo okay Bloomberg any picture yes I will be given address to the nation at 10 p.m. okay White House regarding our very successful military operation in Iran okay all right we have to look any somebody should let me leave you with the CNN guys it's very bad news I know very true well I don't know what to say can we say of course bad news
and the problems that we've seen out there so that's the other thing and of course the third one is using their axis of resistance their proxy terror network around the world it's not just in the Middle East I should point out there are certainly with Hezbollah they have had operatives around the world to include here in the United States for quite some time the Iranians have covert operatives around the world through their Al-Quds network that many of them would be what we refer to as sleepers. In other words, they're here, they're ready to be operationalized, but they have not been operationalized.
Here you go. Got some
and so that would be a big concern, and that's one.
Search, thanks. I got some picture how it looks like that. Let's take a nap. Fordo. There you go. This is how burn. My goodness. Look this, guys. Look this. Fordo is down. I repeat, Fordo is down. There you go. This is the burning. My goodness. Whoa. Fordo is down. Okay. Is that how it says in Arab too, guys? Thank you. In English, Fordo is down. I repeat, Fordo is down. All right. All right, breaking initial report that indicate that the commander units are operating in Fordo. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, Fordo is done. Fordo is done. Pictures. No. It's been like no. ታሳይት እዚኣ ኣሕዋት let me see እቶም ሓደሽቲ ምሳና follow ዘይትገብሩና ሓበሻ education this is the one እዚኣ ትሪእዋ ዘለኹም ንዓ ቀንዲ ማለት look this Go. كلن سرحان فاتيمن بسلام كم تملسا There you go. Let me see what is this. We have complete. Yeah, this one. Yeah, this is the backer buster. Backer buster. Okay, breaking. All right, let me go.
This is a Fox News alert. News from the President of the United States that there has been an attack inside Iran. Just moments ago, President Donald Trump putting out on Truth Social, we have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and This is a Fox News alert. News from the President of the United States that there has been an attack inside Iran. Just moments ago, President Donald Trump putting out on Truth Social, we have completed our very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. Again, this from President Donald Trump. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Again.
All right. دابت يازلا تويت قبرايو كلن تمبلين نز كله أتكعن تمليسن بسلام تمليسن كم زلوا خبطنا اير سبيس نا إيران واتين كم زلوا أنقا حقوسكم great Americans nobody this is one سب قبريك إلن except America زيازلا let's go find others pictures نحنا what looks like pictures here you go okay video of the photo look this one photo okay right oh wow
طوری دارن میزنن ما چه گناهی کردیم تن بدنمون باید بلرزه من به گازای شهرانو زدم اینطوری دارن میزنن ما چه گناهی کردیم تن بدنمون باید بلرزه
so
من به گازای
enrichment facile photo no June 18 we need that 31 minutes okay President Trump just announced it now is the time for peace yeah well now is the time for peace so now ceasefire can get better نخلينا عايز بزول الحوات so already photo is done that's it he knew it by the way عنتبو he knew it عنتبو ندعتو أبتنايك قدامي فيديو أحلفنا نرنا he knew it it does happen my goodness this is a big burning hot wow all right this is the one زيادة on the long B-2 زيادة خلون نتفردو أسئلة زلهم عليهم هم يجرهم زعلبوا لا يوحوا yeah how about this look
شهرانو زدم اینطوری دارن میزنن ما چه گناهی کردیم تن بدنمون باید بلرزه من به گازای شهرانو زدم
yeah
شهرانو زدم
gonna stop as a ladem to the lower Ferdo is done what is this 21 hours ago no all right back again let's just what do you have like yeah okay breaking the United States has carried out airstrikes on 3 nuclear facility in Iran. Is there any Iran said anything? Okay, here you go. Wow. Look this, Hawat. Look this. My goodness. Israel Defense Forces, Isfahan, Iran, Friday. It's today Saturday. Come on. All right. Iran, anything Iran defense. Okay. 5 hours ago, 9 hours ago, 20, any explanation for them then? So everyone have had a few, no, sorry, 7 minutes ago. Three senior Iranian officials told the New York Times they believe America forces had bombed Fordo and Natanz at around 2:30 a.m. in Iran. Okay, yeah, Celeste official equals all بتخكل كم تهارم مالتيو. Okay, yeah, ساعة 10 دقائق متسي ترامب نسمعينا. What we have? Any news? Telecom, Bloomberg.
Let's not widen this war to engage the Americans more. That's the big question: is what will Iran do? And I'm sure
what
there's a
will
lot of
Iran
back
do?
channel
That's a big
communication on
question.
this.
إيران أنت أخذ قبر هجي. إيران تعانت قبر ملسي أخذ كايد. إيران نتنا ميدل إيست كم تبلنا عن طبعا ميدل إيست زلوا خالق نجارات كتاوك عديا. يمن ويك أهوتي أبريدش زلوا شيبس ناي أمريكا كتهرم ديا. زخلص نبرة فخرات دخت قبر دي. That's the worst one. As of now كرر خلنا حوات. Crypto, nothing big changes. Crypto as of now ولا حنت تلوت إيلن. Like almost still even like negative 0.62 مالتي منهم تلوت يلن كر خلنا مالتي إيران أنت عانت قبر ملسي كتكايدا so إيران أنت عانت قبر ملسي كتقبر يا crypto is 102 as of now.
Shall we say, tricks up their sleeve that they have not unveiled as of yet. So I'm kind of waiting to see, and if Khamenei, does something, where he decides he wants to declare, a full war on the United States or something like that, I imagine there's some things in store for Khamenei and his regime that he probably hasn't calculated.
We do know that President Trump has said that Khamenei himself would be an easy target, but the U.S. Has not chosen to kill him. That was what he put on Truth Social not too long ago, Hal. As we look at this map, this kind of lays out some of the facilities of interest, including nuclear facilities. Isfahan is on here, Natanz is on here, Bordeaux is on here. We've been talking about Bordeaux extensively, especially for the past few days. Did the Iranians have time, given all the discussion around this site, did the Iranians have the time to perhaps move pertinent hardware out of this facility before strike happened?
That's a darn good question. And I'm sure the Israelis have been asking that, the U.S., we've been asking that as well. I'm also sure that we had probably some intensive intelligence collection to try and verify if that had taken place. And, but, the other side too, certainly once Israel started attacking and their air superiority, which they have kind of referred to as air dominance, which sounds what we would doctrinally call air supremacy, which means they own the air, they own the skies. That if Israel was to try and, or Israel, if Iran was trying to move something, that Israel could probably engage them from the air or potentially engage them with whatever assets they had on the ground to try and stop that from happening. And I would be surprised if Israel hadn't built that into their planning process, the what if they try to move this here, what if they do that, that they had those plans already in place, that if they tried to move certain components to another location, that movement, that convoy or whatever it is that they were trying to move those components would come under attack. So far as I can tell, that has not happened. One thing I would mention with Fordo, and this is something Iranians have to figure out, is, okay, what's the danger if we try to move it? And I would say if they try to move that stuff out of there, it would have been extremely high. Once they brought that stuff to the surface, I would be surprised if it wouldn't be immediately engaged once Israel had identified that as whatever it was tied to the nuclear program, that they would hit it.
All right, guys. Like እንታይ ብላ ኣሎ ሙቭ ገይሮሞም እንትኾኑ እዩ ህዝቢ ዘሎ very true ሃባ ሙቭ እንተ ገይሮሞም እቲ ኒክለር ሲ ኣውፅኦሞ እንትኾኑ ኸ looks like Iran state TV እንታይ ኣሎ 3 nuclear sites evacuated but ተሰለስተ nuclear sites ከም ናፃ ከም ዘሎ ወይ ከዓ እውን ከም ዝወፀ ዝገልጽ ዘሎ ማለት several USA B-dash to bombers user in strikes on Iran Fordo nuclear facility Pentagon officials okay very true clean እንተለ ኸ ካብኡ ውፅኦሞ እንትኾኑ ኸ okay very danger okay makes sense
it's not impossible that you might find some follow-up action to address that continuing threat.
Yeah, very true.
What are you going
according to the Iranian TV comes gold to the law and to evacuate comes go road site not comes never ends gold to the so how about clean coin in that's an so let's still tonight مفرح كل يو زغط المال I don't think so زي كله satellite كلهم سلازم خلنا زي مصنعات بتاعم بدك غيرهم اللي خوني كل يوم تي intelligence ناتهم so I مثلاً جن this is very scary كم تازقلت أزلو بتعني أسكافي تام عليه
Not just, it may be we've done this and we hope the Iranians will not pursue any further action, but I might hear some language saying that we're ready to do something, perhaps in southern Iran, to eliminate the threat to the Straits of Hormuz, the threat to our Gulf allies, our other allies in the Middle East.
So Hormuz what now on the herka harmu ilam very bad like stock market capson is going to be way down country or moneyat Hormuz تبمولو oil مصالو لعل 10% the whole the world حاجز مصالو ነገር ክሳብ ዝኾነ ነቲ Hormuz እንድሕር damage ገይሮሞ ኢራን ብዙሕ ኣብ ኢኮኖሚካል the whole ኣብ ሙሉ ዓለም damage ሽግር ክፍጠር ይኽእል so yeah let's listen this very interesting
carriers that are sitting off the coast aircraft carrier, naval aviation, if you will. Yes, that could probably get in there and hit those things. So I'll be listening to basically those two main things, but also, with the last one, the intent, which is what are we ready to do? Should Iran choose to do whatever Iran chooses to do?
So, and by the way, I'm getting in some reporting here, reading from the AP. Trump has said that B-2 stealth bombers were used, but they have not yet specified which types of bombs were dropped. The White House and Pentagon did not immediately elaborate either. So presumably we'll learn a little bit more, perhaps during Trump's speech in an hour and a half, a little bit under an hour and a half at this point. So what is the U.S.'s military presence in the Middle East as it stands at this hour?
Well, right now we have a fairly significant flotilla, if you will, a fleet of cruisers and other ships that are in the Eastern Mediterranean. Their job primarily is to provide air defense reinforcement for Israel. And so that's where they're at. And potentially some air defense for some other things in that region, but primarily there. In the Persian Gulf, in the, and I shouldn't say the Persian Gulf, but I should say the Indian Ocean, if you will, south of Iran, what you're looking at is a couple of aircraft carrier task forces. I believe the second one is probably in place now. I'm sure that would have been part of the planning. I know they were steaming out there at a fairly fast rate. So that's in place. So you have those two aircraft carriers. There was supposed to be a third aircraft carrier that was going to go into the Eastern Mediterranean. So we may have that as well. Then we have all the stuff that's at our bases. We've got a lot of F-16s, a lot of other aircraft in the area. We got a lot of aerial refueling capability, not just in the Middle East, but also stretched out to reinforce whatever has to be done with various other locations that might be used in concert with this. So a lot of aerial refueling capability, and that's something where the U.S. is kind of exceptional in the world, is our ability to do in-flight refueling. We have a capability that just no other country comes close to in terms of our ability to support those operations. So we have all of that out there. We have all the air defense missiles, for drones and for ballistic missiles. And we're probably coordinating with all of our Middle East allies, particularly those between Iran and Israel, to keep all their air defense capabilities ready to go. And particularly in those countries where we have U.S. bases, should Iran decide to go that direction. I would mention that Iran has gone that direction before. Don't forget that they did attack Al-Assad Air Base with ballistic missiles some years ago. So that's a real threat. And, we've got bases up and down the Arab Gulf or the Persian Gulf. So that's a big concern. So that's kind of what, we have in the area. It's a lot of troops. General Kurilla is his nickname is the Gorilla. Wasn't really a clever nickname. It's just Kurilla and Gorilla actually rhyme. But he is the combatant commander there, very capable. He has definitely taken a lead on this, from what I gather. He is a focus of effort, and he has a lot of forces at his disposal. And one of the things that, one of those carrier task forces was actually pulled out of the Indo-Pacific. That's a very important region, for the U.S. strategically speaking. So it gives you an idea of just how much.
So yeah, this is the one updated أحوات. well عن طبعاً لما so celesti أزبط هذه look this قدم 38 second مالتي Iran site, Iran TV site مالت Iran زبولو okay Iran media claims that the Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan nuclear facility had been evacuated prior to the tonight strikes against them by the United States. ስለዚህ ናፃ ከም ዝነበረ እዮም ዝገልጹ ዘለዉ ኣዝዩ ክሊን ከም ዝነበረ ወላ ሓንቲ ከም ዘይነበሩ I really I don't know, like let me click that what the permanently evacuated. Good, better, less. Okay, is this likely false claim? I don't know. About girl. Okay, girl confirm. That's right, girl confirm could go law. Let me kite that out. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about it. Explain detail. No, it didn't say any. So yeah, big question يعني الصحوات. Maybe comes goal towards a low money. زي حنتي في دتر حاجة الله. Here you go. Let's go for me the facts.
Let's bring Jennifer in. Jennifer, we're just getting word, obviously, with the president's announcement, what this looks like.
Well, Brett, we knew that there was something afoot this morning when we woke and heard that there were 6 B-2 bombers that had been seen leaving Whiteman Air Force Base last night at midnight. And so those planes, we were told, were heading towards Guam. Now, Guam would have been an 18-hour flight into Iran. So it is likely that it was a different set of B-2 bombers that were used to bomb the sites, the 3 sites that the president mentioned tonight on Truth Social. That is the Fordo complex, which we've been watching all week. That is the massive main sort of what's known as the heart or the crown jewel of Iran's nuclear program. It's underneath that mountain just outside of Qom, which is 2 hours south of Tehran. That complex, we understand, has been bombed by those U.S. B-2 bombers tonight. Also, Isfahan, as well as Natanz. Natanz had another underground facility. Remember, before Fordo was built in 2006, Natanz had been the main enrichment site. It was also built underground. Israeli jets had been targeting it in the last week, but they had not been able to penetrate underground. So those U.S. B-2 bombers, which flew out of Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, they would have taken out that underground facility. Natanz is interesting. You'll remember, Brett, it was the site of the Stuxnet virus, the cyber attack on those centrifuges years ago. But again, it was back up and running. And what is surprising, I think, tonight is that the president president announced that it was not one site, but 3 underground sites and sites inside Iran's nuclear program that were struck by the U.S. Air Force tonight.
Jennifer Griffin is live at the Pentagon. Let's bring
a big negative. Good. Moving the Hergerama Kamzi according median atoms gold was a low. Nuclear sites had been evacuated. Not in Europe low. I don't know. This is maybe I don't think so to me, but okay. All right. Let's go more some sources more. I don't know what they said. Okay. Iran nothing changed up the. Let's get a 2 minute. According to IT24 News, USA President Trump and Israel Prime Minister Netanyahu spoke earlier period tonight, strike against nuclear facility. Yeah. Netanyahu and then Trump come to Zarabi is Galizzello. Qadima Maletu. Kadmi Zim Khanum. Of course. Yes, you should know that. Let's go to CNN, guys. Let's listen.
Iran for decades has been doing all sorts of surreptitious things to try and keep those things flying, because obviously we're not providing spare parts or anything to keep them going. And so taking them out, I hate to say that's more symbolic than really eliminating a capability. The F-14s, it's an old aircraft. I don't think their pilots are really that good at flying them. And they're rather limited in what they could do. But this is what this, and this has been a discussion that goes back if Iran was ever to be hit, which is taking out the Iranian Air Force, just eliminate their capability altogether. Now, the F-14s are not a particularly capable bird in the modern air environment, but eliminating them as a component of the Iranian force structure sends a big message to the to Khamenei, because I don't think he and his revolutionary council, shall we say, that theocratic autocratic leadership, they probably imbue some of their stuff with more capabilities than they actually have, militarily speaking. So it's sometimes important to send a message to say.
So yeah, let me see this. Yep. Yeah, and President Trump took a bold decision for the United States, for Israel, for the whole the humanity. The world is now safe for, safer place. Okay.
Do we have Jennifer Griffin at the Pentagon? Can we get her up and we can talk through what we're hearing from military sources? Jennifer Griffin is live at the Pentagon. Let's bring Jennifer in. Jennifer, we're just getting word, obviously, with the president's announcement, what this looks like.
Well, Brett, we knew that there was something afoot this morning when we woke and heard that there were 6 B-2 bombers that had been seen leaving Whiteman Air Force Base last night at midnight. And so those planes, we were told, were heading towards Guam. Now, Guam would have been an 18-hour flight into Iran. So it is likely that it was a different set of B-2 bombers that were used to bomb the sites, the 3 sites that the president mentioned tonight on Truth Social. That is the Fordo complex, which we've been watching all week. That is the massive main, sort of what's known as the heart or the crown jewel of Iran's nuclear program. It's underneath that mountain just outside of Qom, which is 2 hours south of Tehran. That complex, we understand, has been bombed by those U.S. B-2 bombers tonight. Also Isfahan, as well as Natanz. Natanz had another underground facility. Remember, before Fordo was built in 2006, Natanz had been the main enrichment site. It was also built underground. Israeli jets had been targeting it in the last week, but they had not been able to penetrate underground. So those U.S. B-2 bombers, which flew out of Whiteman Air Force Base in Missouri, they would have taken out that underground facility. Natanz is interesting. You'll remember, Brett, it was the site of the Stuxnet virus, the cyber attack on those centrifuges years ago. But again, it was back up and running. And what is surprising, I think, tonight is that the president announced that it was not one site, but 3 underground sites and sites inside Iran's nuclear program that were struck by the U.S. Air Force tonight.
Yeah, and it is something. We'll go back to that Truth Social and eventually control room, if we can put it up there just so that everybody can see it on the screen. The fact that this, first of all, this announcement comes from Truth Social. This is a president who has put out a lot of announcements, big announcements through Truth Social, and this is the biggest of them, probably his biggest decision. The very successful attack on 3 nuclear sites, as you said, Fordo, Natanz, and Esfahan, getting very specific there. And the payload, he says a full payload of bombs dropped on the primary site, Fordo. That suggests, Jennifer, as we had been saying for many days, that they may have made several passes at Fordo, considering that the experts were saying that just one probably wouldn't have gotten to the heart of that facility.
Well, remember, Brett, we've been reporting in recent days that Fordo is interesting because it has 2 entrance points. And we were told by experts who
I just want to see, guys, ዝኾነ update እንተረኸብና ኢራን እንታይ ትገብር ይትሕቶ ሕጂ ኢራን እንታይ ዓይነት ግብረ መልሲ እያ ክትምልስ ብትክክል ኢራን ትብሎ ዘላ ኩሉ ናፃ ጌርና ፀኒሕና ኢና እዚ 3 ቦታ ሃሪሞሞ ዘለዉ ትብላ ኣላ I know حدش agree with this is العالم صناعت العالم أمريكا satellite yeah B2 بعد بوتا هريمم كونو مبال زخبر yeah agree مالتي سي like about 400 مليون خون نبرت يوم دروب تقبل ذا اللحوات so بزي مصنعتي I have no idea من البات not حرام عاد يناس اوكي كذبت انيروان نتن زخدادو كذبت انيروان ግን ሓደ መዓልቲ ኸ ውድቀት ኣሜሪካ የርኤና ይኸውን ከመይ ጌርካ ንሓንቲ ልዕላዊት ሃገር ከምኡ ትገብር I don't know alright يناس I'll let you think about it እዚኣ ኮመንት ክጽሕፋ okay alright yeah of course ኣብዝኽ yeah okay so I like ናይ ሓድሽ ሓጎስ ማለት ቀሊል ከም ዘይኮነ ንዓረድ ነዚ ንኽገብሩሲ ብዘይ መጽናዕቲ ወላ ኣጽሪና ነርና ኢና ጸሪ ነሩ ወላ ሓደ ነበረን ኢሎም ምዛረብ ዘለው so look this I like is in day 1 day 2 day 3 look this ቁጥሪ ሓደ day 1 እንታይ ኢሉ like unconditional surrender ኢሎም ኢድኩም ሃቡ ኢሎም ቁጥሪ 2 day 2 it's too late በቃ ሕጂ ceasefire ማለት እዩ ሰላም ክመጽእ ceasefire ኢሎም ሓቲቶም no ደንጊኹም ኢሎም ቁጥሪ 3 ክልተ ሰሙን ዕድል ሂበኩም ኣለኹ ኢሎም ቅድሚት ማለት እዩ ትማሊ ዲትማሊ then ቁጥሪ 4 hey fuck it's bombs forward oh fardo okay so መበል ሓምሻይ መዓልቲ ሎም ዓንት ማለት እዩ እዚ I know this حق ኣይኮነን very bad ጀሚሪ ኣሕዋት እዚ ተጀሚሪ ኢና ክንብል ዘለና nothing well እንታይ ክመጽእ ሳዕቤን maybe Iran yeah ኒክለር ክህሉ ኣኽል ቦምባ ክህሉ ኣኽል ካልእ ክህሉ ኣኽል እዚ ተጀሚሩ ጥራሕ ኢና ክንብል ዝኽእል ምክንያቱ ተወዲ ይኮነን still I know Trump enjoy ገብረሎ American flag የውፅእ ኣሎ ገና ብትክክል እንታይ ዓይነት ግብረ መልሲ ያ ኢራን ከም ትብሎ ዘላ ወፅያ ዳ ፀኒሓ ኢራን yeah I don't know it's too late to celebrate Trump Mr. Trump it is too late sorry too early not too late too early celebrate ገብሮ ትራምፕ ሕጂ ምክንያቱ ናያ ማለት ናበይ ኸይድ ገና ዝተረደአ ነገር የለን okay it's over okay no look this Trump social media ታይለ like yeah American flag አምጪው ፖስት ይገብራሉ ማለት it's the Donald J Trump I don't know ማለት ከምዚ I think so ዝቀልጠፈ ኮይኑ ይስማዓኒ ብዚ ግን you know what to do let's follow what he said okay so اوكي حدش ነገር የለን ኣሕዋት ክንፅበየ ጥራሕ እዩ ዘለና ድሓር እንታይ ዓይነት ስቴትመንት ክህብዩ ላይክ ኤክስፕሌን ስቴትመንት ዝገብር ዘሎ እዚ ብጣዕሚ ፅቡቅ እዩ ምናልባት ኢራን ኣልያ ተፀንሐትከ ወይ ከዓ ኢራን ኣብኡ ዘይገለፀቶ ቦታ እንተፀንሓኸ ሕጂ ኢራን እንታይ እያ ክትብል that's the question we are in the war USA ኣብዚ ኩነታት ኣትያላ we'll see what happens ሕጂ ግብረ መልስ ተዘይገራ ኣብዚ ውሽጢ 12 ሰዓት ይኾን ኢራን ዝኾነ ነገር እንድሕር ተዘይገራ ነዚ ጉዳይ እዚ maybe ሞ ኢራን ተዳኺማ ኣላ ማለት እዩ actually 24 ሰዓት ገይራ ፕላስቲክ መሳልስ ተም ዓበይቲ ፕላስቲክ መሳልስ ናብ እስራኤል ካብ ዘይሰዶ ካብ ትማል መሰደደት እያ so me እንታይ ብል ነሮም ዓንተ ወተንተንቲ ወዲ ኣርያ ኮይና ዳ እንታይ እዩ ዝብል ነሩ ግን ለከ I'll see ለከ ያ No, I don't want ኣብዚ ሓሳበይ ኣነ no I don't want like ትንታና ናይ ባዕለይ ክህብ I am sorry I'm the guy in finance and economy ብዛዕባ እዚ ትንታና ክህብ ኣነ no I want that so anyway ንፀበየ ድሓር ትራምፕ ዝኾነ መግለፂ ከምፀልና እዩ ስቴትመንት ክበና እዩ ክንሪኦ ኢና ማለት እዩ ብከምዚኣ ክንውዳኣ ደስ ይብለኒ market is good Al Jazeera bene what is says Al Jazeera let me see okay is there any insight ዝኾነ ነገር insight in andalake yes attacks Iran Al Jazeera where are they where are you Al Jazeera okay let's go back ዝኾነ ለዎም ደም information Yes, bombs through nuclear sites in Iran. Okay, include the Fordo. Yes, Trump Donald says American very successful. Attacks Iran continues. Israel forces targeting military vessels, nuclear sites. Iran. Yeah, Iran does like launch dozens of drones. راح تقبر زلا. بلاستيك مسالس 24 ساعة أجبرتنا أحوال. Okay, we haven't had any confirmation or reactions from Iranian official yet. But Iran position has been very clear. It has said that there are about 19 USA bases in the Middle East, which are home to about 4. Okay, look this Hawat. Thank you, Al Jazeera. Like asserted شعاتي هون USA base in Middle East allow USA maybe cabs which are home to about 14 هون USA troops military zolo and the Iranian have said that these troops will not be safe if the USA joins the conflict. All right. So maybe Iran نظام كبابر بعاش يكونوا اب 10 شعات بيز اب 10 شعات بوتات زركوبنا USA military زحازه صوار زحازنا ودي صلوا تقبر انت اخ تقبر يا ترو زي اينا خنما كنريه جحوات as of now እንደገና የመን ካ አብሬድ ሲዘሎ ናይ ሺፕስ ሲሆን ከሃርሙ ይላላ ማለት እዩ Yeah, Trump says USA okay, facility Fordo and Natas. These are the only 2 nuclear facilities which Iran has been enriched uranium. Okay, 6% level in Isfahan. Okay, according to Iran, further from 2020. All right, no radioactive materials targeted site. Iran said. Oh yeah, Telegram site. The supreme leaders. Look this. Ni America warning comes Gavara is Galazala. Iran Supreme Leader's Telegram account has reassured that television comments by on Wednesday in which by Wednesday is Gavara easy. From Wednesday. Not I need now. What is now? Okay, US Senator Graham says bomb was the right call. Oh my goodness. Yeah, all Senator, Graham says bomb was the right call. Trump, this is a great senator, by the way. All right, let's see. Trump says USA bombs are nuclear. Cyrus in Iran for. Okay, USA legislator says Trump struck Iran without Congress authorization. Oh my God, look this what. Okay, Trump is go borrow busy Congress approval comes they have now is Galizella. Busy Congress approval comes they go borrow is the Ger was a lomality without any authorization. Now Congress authorized I go. All right, Iran officially says part of further attacks in enemy airstrikes. The Iran nation's news agency is carrying officials in Okuma as saying that part of the Fordo nuclear site has come under attack. Okay, hours ago after Romans air defense were activated and hostile targets were part of the Fordo nuclear sites were attacked by the spokesperson. Yeah, Galakfal Tahari Mahamzolo in a Fardo is Galitzolo. Trump again Mula and Mula Mahamzolo Gon is Galitzolo Malati. Congress كأنزي كم زي قبرناه ويقول بحلف النتو جروا ترامب بلو. I think so. قد مهجز عربي ومنير easy. Okay, what else? Yeah, Al Jazeera is giving good one. Okay, yes, President. Okay, so let's do this. أحوات دحار ترامب مجلسون كم تسيخلي نسمعيه. Yeah, can some Alana? Let's see. Let's figure out. Yeah, what does say Sarah Jacobs? Sarah Jacobs, Democratic President of California, says the strikes are an escalation that risk bringing the USA into another endless of dead war. True. Yeah, مخنياتو انتاي كم تسيزي حوات. That's the most important. Is this صعبين is this انتاي كم تسيزي بتخيل إيران كمتين إسرائيل أبزوشت إسرائيل 4 ساعات بلاستيك مسالس يسدلا انتليا إيران ودي أريا ولاس جنات حاب اللواي إيران بهجاق سدد وين كم زقلت أزلو like إت كل مسائل أو سنينات إن إحنا بلو يجي عندنا جنا خا إتفورو كأجلك فالت رحيم هاريمون بلالو so زين حتى زي أتنكم اللي سين زين نهري أبزي قصل ساعات حدش نقدر نحراليو حبيشة إدكيشن حوات قد من مخارج من الوقت أبت إكسكر تزي كوين نمبر كلمة سينا so إذن تجمير إمبر أيتودن yeah من okay since we had a great success tonight your Israel is much safer now. Well, I'm not distracted. All right, let me share to you this. Okay, sure. All right. Trump Tailu phone call Kaire ab action malati. We had a great success tonight comes governor now. Your Israel is much safer now blalo. So yeah, Trump hopes strikes permit now diplomacy and isn't currently planning additional. Okay, additional strike comes again. Additional comes a so the goals low. Jinta inan nibzelo now diplomacy can atina. That's ceasefire marriage. Okay, good. We don't need additional. Trump, stop. You better stop. Yeah, as you better stop. As Sarah says, yes, something can happen. TSA2. While come to Al Jazeera and I want to buy negar ksodi kholira. Stop. Trump, stop. Okay. Heji considered Medebe Bilan, Heji diplomacy in Hungary Bilalo. Okay. You know that market all comes on. We know that. We know it. Lama ant comes Gabra. Well, Iranian official cited Ati Abnai Natanz and then Asfahana nuclear facility near to Abtugo Imber. أو خمسة يكون أمس قول زلو. Okay, USA reached out the Iranian diplomatic Saturday to say that the strikes are all the USA plans and that the regime change efforts are not planned. Oh, good. Let me pass this Nabah Mahwad. So let me pass this information. Get that point up and look up. Yes, reach out to the Iranian diplomatic urge comes the wallum, tell Rakibamum, Saturday, Lomant Malati. The strikes to the Dabdab are all Nayasa plan comes never. That regime change efforts are not planned. Regime change Bahalgan planable land. Technically Maraham Qiyarwik and as Marham Qatalgan, planable land, Nahna plana, net nuclear facility, net nuclear Mihram Trahineru. Slazy, we need that diplomatic salam Malati. Okay. All right, that's a good one. Yeah. So, an Iranian official site the news agency confirmed that the part of Fordo nuclear site was attacked. Party, blah, blah. Okay, if this part Trump too early to get that. Trump strikes from the new diplomacy and is currently planning additional years. Oh my God, this is confused. Additional strikes no, forget it. This is a lot. Alright, many حدا بدي أصحفه أنا جمار تجمير إمبراي تودن تخكل يا. Anyway guys, أبقى على الرخبنا حدش نجر عند حركينهم نرينا جن هجي the worst مع أنت عشتيو إسرائيل ذلهم you know أملاهم ساهم يكون أنت أخذ جبر إيران ولا عندي فكرة إن الله إيران إذا جبري بلد إن الله جن أنت أخذ جبر أبساعات نرينا سلزي ببذل لنا كلنا سلام حدش نجر نحرم تسيون كن مسينا أجداس نحر كوينهم من تقينو أبتي ناي حبشة Education فيسبوك follow governor. Okay, House Intelligence Committee member seems that the Trump decision to strike without approval was unconstitutional. Yeah, by the way, Congress تعشم قبر لو رأيوه. There was a Trump without Congress approval مخانم. They are not happy. So yeah, look this hard. Without Trump was without Congress maybe are they democratic? I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, as again وش ساعة قرقر فترون اللي بز خمسات مالت حق تحس قال لها ترامب بهر الله. Alright, I'll see you guys. أملاخ حزبين كل محار أب كل زلوا سلام فتروا له سلام أو حزبي yes دحار راخبنا حدش نقدر نحرالي دحاركم الله سكمنا. Thanks so much. Alright, yeah, let's call what is Bitcoin and Tayalo. Let's call for Bitcoin. Still, Bitcoin it's okay. 102, almost 103 la. I don't know why I sent in Bitcoin. I was 95 create Bitcoin. Still, I don't see any bad. Malit Bitcoin skabu 9 gets 9 gets ورتي تصبي again. It's as of now, yeah, almost crypto. Yeah, it's about 103. What? Not a big. Ethereum a little down. Ethereum almost 4.95% down. So Bitcoin is almost 0.31% down. Okay. Yes. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thanks so much. no, I forget. I didn't say. I know what got America. Like I don't know, you guys. Wow. America من الله واي نايدك عدنا رأسي بيني many America when I would cut America. No. እዚህ ኮንግረስ ኣይፍቀዱሉን ኣፕሩቭድ ኣይብልዎን ኢና ዘለና ኣሜሪካ ክትወድቕን ዘይክትወድቕን ንሱ ናይ ኣምላኽ እዩ ዝምልከት ኣብዚ ኸ ኣሜሪካ ክትወድቕ ይብላን ኣሜሪካ ክትወድቕ ኣለዋ ክብል ኣይኮንኩን ናብዚ ክመፅእ ዘለኒ I have to lecture ናተይ ክገብር ጥራሕ እዩ ዘለኒ እምበር ኣምና ናተይ ዝወስድሉ ኣምና ፖለቲሽያን ትንታኒ ኮንኩን please and thank you for coming by. I hope you'll understand my view and time መስል update ዝገብር ዘለኹ ኣነ ምስ ማርኬት ዝተኣሰር ምስ ኢኮኖሚ ዝተኣሰር ክሳብ ዝኾነ ጥራሕ እዩ nope. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.